Hey there, scholars. In this video, I'm going to show you how to model the atom using what are called Lewis dot diagrams. So first thing you need to know is that Lewis diagrams only show the valence electrons, and those valence electrons are the outer electrons, the ones in the outer energy levels, farthest away from the nucleus. And so we're going to practice with a few examples. All right, so first we'll start off with a simple one, hydrogen. The way you draw the Lewis symbol is you start by writing the element symbol, H. Now I'm going to imagine that there's like this imaginary box around that symbol. It's got four sides, a top, a bottom, a right side, a left side. It's not really there, so I'm going to erase it. But just imagine it's there. It's going to help you stay neat about drawing your diagrams. So I can choose either of those four sides to put a dot. And I'm going to put one dot because there's one valence electron. All right, so there's my one dot, and that is your Lewis symbol for hydrogen. It is super easy. Here's another example. Let's say we want to do sodium. Again, I'm going to look for the element symbol. So you may have to check your periodic table, but I write the element symbol, Na. I'm going to stay neat about it, so I know that I can put a dot on either of the four sides. Doesn't matter where. I'll put it on this side this time. There's my Lewis dot diagram. It's got one dot. Let's say we're doing an example from the other side of the periodic table, such as fluorine. So if I draw my Bohr model of fluorine, I would see that there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 valence electrons on fluorine. I also know that it's in group 7. So I'm going to have to draw 7 dots. I do my element symbol. Now we're going to be neat about it. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now I'm going to kind of pair them up as I continue. 5, 6, 7. 7 dots represents 7 valence electrons. So a helpful trick, of course, is to remember that the number of valence electrons corresponds to the column number on the periodic table for the representative elements. So I'm going to count column 1, column 2. I'm going to skip over the middle section, all of these. I don't count those. And then when I get to column 13, it can really be considered column 3. Sometimes on a periodic table, it'll say 3A. But here we are, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And that's going to help me remember how many valence electrons those elements have. So if we're going to do carbon, we would draw the element symbol, carbon. I'm going to look on my periodic table. Here's carbon. It says column 14 on this periodic table, but I know that that really means there's 4 valence electrons. So it's kind of like column 4. So I'm going to draw 4 dots. Be neat about it and go all the way around first before you pair them up. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Here's one last example. So for sulfur, we're going to find sulfur on the table. Look at what column it's in. It says 16, but I know that that can be considered column 6 because it's going to have 6 valence electrons. So I draw my element symbol and start putting dots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Notice I stayed neat about it around the 4 sides of the element symbol. So pretty simple. Hope that was helpful.